Good morning, and welcome to the Boatnik. Today, again, I'm working on this Sea Sprite 23. I am going to try to put a tabernacle on it about helping to raise the mast, and I'm hopefully going to work it out so that I can raise it by myself. I'll probably build probably an A-frame type of setup to raise it since it's so tall. Wanted to show you this. This is a tabernacle that I made a good while back for another boat that I ended up changing and making it a little bit taller. So this one appears to be about the right height for this boat. So I think it's going to work. It actually fits the mast as well. So here is my mast. It's dirty. It's been out in the weather for probably 3 or 4 years at least. But it's okay. It's just needs to be cleaned up good. I cut off a little bit, which basically is the same thickness as this base that I'm going to be putting on it. And this base has been tapered so that whenever I stand up the mast in the tabernacle, it'll clear as it comes up and then be tight when it stands up. And I've got to rivet that on, and I've still got to get a grommet, a rubber grommet, where those wires are coming through the face of the mast there. I've got a steaming light, and I've got a masthead anchor light, and then I've got a VHF radio antenna wire. I'm not putting any kind of sealant on this base because if any water gets in that mast, I want it to be able to drain out at the base rather than pool, so I won't seal it. And I'm just riveting it on with some 3/16 rivets. Just happened to be two rivets that were basically exactly where I need to drill from an old fitting that was on it. And kind of lucky that it hit like it did, where I can reuse those holes for my center lines. But it looks like it's, I mean, that's just random chance, but it just lined right up. It looks like with pretty much with both of them. So that's kind of a lucky thing. Just gotta be sure to try to get it centered nicely. I will have to move these turning blocks. They're going to be in the way ultimately. And I'll probably use these instead, or either change those that are on the mast to a different location or whatever. Drill bit real shallow. I will be putting a stainless steel sleeve through the mast for the bolt to go through, and pin over the ends to hold it in place. That'll help it not wallow out that hole in the mast so bad. You know, when I'm stepping it up in there. I'm drilling it just the bolt size to start with. Have to get an impact screwdriver to get those things out. Anyway, let's get in there. I really like these new little impact screwdrivers. They work surprisingly well for a lot of things. I would have never got those out with a flat screwdriver. What I'm putting back in these holes are aluminum rivets. That way I've got, you know, the same metal, and they won't be quite as likely to get corrosion. Okay, there you have it. I've got to put a washer behind that right there, and that's about it. Whenever you snug it down, we're just barely loose, and it's basically a perfect fit. As you can see, when the mast is in the down position, that height right there clears my cabin top, which is what I was after. And it also just helps me control it, be able to carry it up with a block and tackle, single hand.